This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of Edmonton Oilers game reviews here on Dolynny TV. As I don't even have to say this, the Oilers have fallen 4-2 against the Arizona Coyotes on a Tuesday night in Edmonton. In a game in which, oh my goodness, so much happened, we have to talk about it. But the one thing we have to talk about right off the hop is, you know what? The Oilers had a bad bounce against. Backdoor puck off of Chris Russell. The Coyotes scored the 4-2 goal. They could have rolled over and died, but that last 5 minutes from the Edmonton Oilers was absolutely grit, heart, and determination to go out there and throw pucks on net as much as possible to try and score another goal. So to give them credit where credit is due, as much as, yes, most aspects of the game were bad, that last 5 minutes of heart, guts, determination, whatever you want to call it, was good to see. That's the bounce back. That's the fight we want to see when this Oilers team gets down. You think back a little bit earlier in the game, right around that, I think 7-minute mark or whatever it was. Let me actually go get you an official number on that. Maybe I should. As a 4-2 victory. We'll talk about 4-2 victory for the Arizona Coyotes, that is. That Riley Sheahan goal. So the Oilers got scored on, 9:54 to go in the third period. Michael Grabner scored a weak goal against the defense. Of course, it was Larson and Nurse out there. And then Riley Sheahan, not a half minute later, goes out there, drives hard to the net, lets Josh Archibald shoot the puck from the wing, deflects off the post, hard ringer hits Sheahan in the neck face area, and it goes in the net, and we had life. It was 3-2. So it was fantastic to see what the Oilers could do out there. And you know what? Not a bad game at all. Not a bad game at all to go out there and get that done. So then Derek Stefan goes out there and scores that 4-2 goal and puts us to bed. Is what it is. But guys, a fantastic finish to this one for the Edmonton Oilers in an effort that realistically they shouldn't have lost. 3 bad goals against, 1 unlucky one. So the bad goals against, as I talked about, we'll get through reviewing the goals right now, actually, is what I should do. Lawson Crouse scored the first one. Again, that one was very good board play by the Arizona Coyotes. Caught the Oilers defense off guard. Only one man back. He goes and slaps the top shelf. It's not on Mike Smith, who had a very good night. Second period, 3 minutes in, Michael Bunting finds himself in front of the net. Adam Larson just lollygag gifts him one of the easiest goals he's probably ever scored in the history of his hockey career so far, and easily makes the Oilers look like idiots, up 2-0. Then what I'm talking about, right away I said, you know what, if the Oilers get on the PK, the Oilers need to score a shorthanded goal. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins goes out there about a minute into the penalty kill and scores. Yeah, that said shorthanded goal, assisted by Jujhar Khaira, who had a beautiful chip through the neutral zone to get Nuge on angle for the shot. Aiden Hill doesn't play it precisely, but as Oilers fans, are we going to complain about when we score a goal on bad goaltending? Ladies and gentlemen, if you do, please take that elsewhere, because we are in no right to go out complaining about bad goaltending for goals for when we have so many bad goaltending goals against. That's just my 2 cents. Then we get into the third period. I've already explained this pretty much halfway through. Michael Grabner from Vinny Hinostroza. That's the one where it just ugly play by Larson and Nurse. They got beat and ended up back of the net. Koskinen kind of hung out to dry. He could have been better, but how many big saves do you expect Koskinen to make this year when Larson and Nurse are on the ice? I don't expect him to make many. Sheahan, the bounce back goal, gets it off the face. Josh Archibald, Oscar Klefbom working the puck down ice. Beautiful zone entry. Great shot. Good result. Right on. That's what we want to see out of the Oilers. Now Derek Stefan's goal from Kyle Capobianco. That one sucked. It bounced off of Chris Russell, who blocked the initial shot, but Derek Stefan just right there to throw it back in the net on Koskinen. Not much Mikko Koskinen could have done to stop that one, so an unlucky goal there, and it is what it is. A 4-2 loss and a 41-shot effort for our Edmonton Oilers this evening. So what we need to know about this Oilers effort, and I'll get you the numbers. The Oilers had 24 hits to the Coyotes 17. The big number tonight, led by Connor McDavid, who had a fantastic night I think by all accounts in the face-off dot. Let me just double check that for you. Mr. Connor McDavid, if I can find his face-off percentage, let me go down the list, who was 10 for something in the face-off dot. I can't seem to find that entire stat. I don't know why they're not showing me the entire stat. But I think he went 10-3 in the face-off dot. So 10 for 13. You can't argue with me that wasn't a good night. As well as Ryan Nugent-Hopkins going a big old, well, good number actually. 5 for 1. And then you've got a couple guys in there. Colby Cave, 5 for 3. Draisaitl, 3 for 2. Gagne went 1 for 3, but we're just using them there as well. And Riley Sheahan, a great night to debut as that third line center. How about a 10-2 effort in the face-off dot? Those are the numbers we like to see after getting pounded in the face-off dot a couple nights in a row. Then the penalty minutes, you know what, they almost cost us tonight, but we didn't give up a single goal on 5 power play chances for the Arizona Coyotes, so that's good. We did have a double minor in there as well. And then you've got the giveaways and takeaways. The Coyotes, 16 giveaways to the Oilers 12, so that's a good stat to have. Coyotes, 10 takeaways to the Oilers 7, so really the only stat we got outworked on. And block shots, 17-11. How many of those were credited to Chris Russell? We'll have to wait and see, but again, not a bad showing for the Oilers. And realistically, take away 2 bad defensive plays, a bad defensive system, and a bad bounce, and the Oilers are right there, a 2-0 win. But, of course, that's not how hockey's played, so let's not play on what ifs, what could be's, and what might have beens, because what do we learn from this game? As I said, number 1 takeaway is Jujhar Khaira, Riley Sheahan, and Josh Archibald have very good potential to be a shutdown, scoring touched third line. I really liked what they brought. The first line, Kassian, McDavid, Draisaitl, they were what they were. They always will be what they will be. Then you've got Mr. Second line, Nugent-Hopkins, Gagne, and Neal. You throw up Chiasson up there. You throw up whoever you want up there with Nuge and Neal. You've got just as potent of a second line as you do a first line. Not a first line potent second line, but a potent second line, if you understand where I'm going, led by the playmaking, scoring ability of Nugent-Hopkins, Neal with the finishing, funneling the pucks to the net. You find some guy up there, Gagne, Chiasson, Joakim Nygard, whoever you want to throw, there's going to be some great efforts from them on that second line as well. The third line figured out what they figured out. And again, small minor things out of Colby Cave and Patrick Russell tonight, but they went out there and competed. And you know what? That's all you can ask out of your fourth liners. If they want to go out there, hustle for pucks, make things happen, throw weird pucks on net, that's their job as goddamn fourth liners in a new NHL where the third line is what the fourth line used to be. So, bing, bang, boom. You know what? I think the effort was there. It wasn't there early on. Up until that third period, it really technically wasn't there. But you can see just how much that final 5 minutes meant to me as an Oilers fan to change my opinion from how crap, miserable, terrible that first 55 minutes was from the Oilers' effort category to all of a sudden what you got the rest of the way home out of the Oilers in that 5 minutes desperado to try and change the effort of this Oilers team. I mean, they went out there and they had the crowd roaring, "Let's go Oilers," for about a solid minute and a half before that fourth goal got scored. So guys, absolutely unreal effort that final 5 minutes. And I mean, you know what, that final 10 minutes, screw it, that final 10 minutes is what I'll write off and I'll talk about. And what you need to know, the rest of the stuff that you need to know, I guess that I should tell you about, is how the goaltending did. Obviously, Mr. Mike Smith had himself a night. So let's go talk about Mike Smith in net for the Oilers. 13 shots against, or 13 saves for 15 shots against for Mikko Koskinen. But you know what? Scrap away those 2 terrible goals against Mike Smith. He had a 1,000 save percentage on 15 shots. The other 2 shots that went in, they are what they are. He had an 882 save percentage, is what it is, but a fantastic night all around. And again, back to my point about that third line, Josh Archibald, the most shots out of any Oiler tonight. Looked great, worked hard, and really liked what his line brought. Matt Benning, a couple hard shots on net, not all of them hit. To correct myself, Draisaitl did tie for most shots on net with 5. He was a -1, not really fantastic. But Sam Gagner got hung out there for most of the goals. 3 of the 4 goals tonight were against Sam Gagner. Again, same with James Neal. Nugent Hopkins out there for 2 of them. And all around, not as bad of an effort as it could have been. But guys, that's enough out of me. I'm going to let you go talk about the effort you guys liked tonight. What you liked, what was terrible, what wasn't. Let me know in the comments section down below. I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. I am up on out of here.